Former University of Texas Rio Grande Valley police officer arrested last year in uniform on charges of official oppression and aggravated assault was rearrested again on Wednesday, February 9, 2022. The police report associated with those arrests indicate 3 domestic violence situations, 2 of which occurred while Raymond Ragliardo Jr., 29, of Donna, Texas, was employed as a police officer, and one of which occurred after he was suspended by the university. According to a notice released by the Donna Police Department on Wednesday, Mr. Ragliardo was detained and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, making a terroristic threat to the community, and family violence. According to the news release, Mr. Ragliardo is accused of repeatedly choking his estranged wife and threatening her with his gun. In addition, Mr. Ragliardo, a former police officer, has been accused of issuing threats against law enforcement officials. After being arrested on November 14, 2021, and then released, Mr. Ragliardo was forced to resign from the University Police Department just a few days later. According to a police department spokesman, Mr. Ragliardo was placed on administrative leave for an internal investigation the day following his arrest, and he resigned from the force on December 7, 2021, while the investigation was still ongoing. According to police records, Mr. Ragliardo and his wife were both involved in an altercation at the Home to Suites by Hilton Hotel in McAllen, Texas, where they were staying. According to Mrs. Ragliardo's testimony to the investigators, she had checked into the hotel because she was experiencing marital difficulties. Mr. Rigalto is accused of forcing his way into her room, interrogating her about her devotion, ripping her clothes, strangling her, and pressing his gun into her waistline before fleeing the scene. Hotel employees alerted authorities after the woman fled the room in the state of fear, alleging her husband had threatened to kill her. The employees had hid her in a storage closet to protect her. When the police arrived on scene, they discovered Mr. Rigalto in his full police uniform, with his firearm and stun gun holstered in his waistband. While admitting to his involvement in the disturbance, he said that he and his wife had been having an argument about why she had chosen to stay at the hotel. The police on the scene were able to convince Mr. Rigalto to remove his weapon belt. They had discovered a significant discrepancy in his statement, leading to his final arrest. According to the head of the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley Center for Victim Advocacy and Prevention, Mr. Rigalto's wife had reported him for making threats against her, and she had paid for the hotel room to serve as a temporary shelter for her and her child. Miss Rigalto's daughter, who had been staying in the hotel with her, informed the police that her mother had been assaulted by Mr. Rigalto and handed them an audio tape from a previous incident in which Mr. Rigalto had been verbally abusive. Mr. Rigalto was taken into custody on November 15, 2021, and released from Hidalgo County Jail the following day. Several pieces of paperwork related to Mr. Rigalto's arrest last week indicate that his wife reported an assault on November 22, 2021, that she claimed took place just 4 days after the events in the McAllen, Texas hotel. Authorities were notified by Mr. Rigalto's wife, who stated that Mr. Rigalto told her that night that he intended to kill himself before leaving the room. Mrs. Rigalto shut the door behind him and secured it with a latch. According to court documents, the defendant allegedly reached for a kitchen knife and attempted to open the bedroom door with the knife. Following his entrance into the room, Mrs. Rigalto contacted the suicide hotline to alert the authorities. According to court documents, Mr. Rigalto is said to have seized his wife by the neck, shoved her against the wall, choking her while simultaneously opening a pocket knife with his other hand. Another incident which occurred was in the summer of 2021, when Mr. Rigalto allegedly threatened his wife with a screwdriver. According to jail documents, Mr. Rigalto was released from jail on Thursday, February 10, 2022. Mr. Rigalto is currently awaiting trial for all of these separate charges. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for future updates concerning this case. Until the next episode of Know Your Rights, stay safe out there.